Welcome back to another episode of Collecting Havok. Today we are going to take a look at the Retrocard Dark Phoenix from the X-Men Phoenix saga. Stick around and let's see what this figure does. Alright guys, before we break her out of the package, let's actually take a look at it. Alright, so as you can see, in the box, displayed extra hands, little Phoenix Evil, Evil Phoenix Eagle. But yeah, looks good in the packaging. Some nice artwork there. Not familiar, I can't tell what artist that is. That's probably someone I don't know, probably newer. Back of the packaging, got all the wave information. Little nod to the 90s packaging with the outline. Some blurbs. Don't know if you need that, but those of you looking to get it at Target, there you go. Legalese. Hasbro. Nope, Hasbro. Alright, so that's the packaging. When we come back, we are going to have her out of the packaging and we can take a closer look. Alright, we got the Dark Phoenix out of the packaging. And as you can see, comes with extra set of hands. And the Eagle, the Phoenix Eagle, which, after closer look, actually does not look too bad. Some translucent plastic there, multicolor, actually looks pretty good, pretty nicely sculpted. And this is supposed to sit on her hand. However, if I get my hands on the Dark Phoenix base, I will be adding that to her display because that'd be cool to have both. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Alright. Hands, we'll take a quick look at. These are the standard female spell casting hands. Nothing special there. Just colored to match her arms. Alright, so now for the main event. It's got the double jointed knees. So we all know what articulation goes on there. It's got the ab crunch. Works pretty well. The double jointed elbows, so you can actually pose her. It's got the bicep cuts. So, I mean, standard articulation when you get the double jointed elbows. You know, I mean, for a woman, she can go clear your throat there. Yeah. But the one thing I wouldn't mind seeing on some of these is a boot cut. I mean, I know it kind of breaks up the sculpt on this, but it might help. I think on some of the female figures, it would be okay to have, my personal opinion, thigh cut. This thing just sits there so that it doesn't really, so if you've got to move stuff, it doesn't hinder that articulation too much. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. That is a beautiful, beautiful face sculpt. Granted, it's probably reused from the original. I don't have it to compare. I've just looked at pictures and that, but the paint deco on this is actually pretty good. I like it. Obviously, hair is going to hinder that articulation, as you can see. I mean, you can get her to turn that way. Just got to move the hair. Kind of, I mean, if you want her to stretch to see, the ball's coming out when you turn her that way, so can't really look that way. But yeah, aside from the head being hindered by the hair, which by the way looks actually really cool. So she's a pretty standard female buck, but one we all wanted and all needed in the new buck so we could do some more posing. But yeah, I mean, she's everything we need, It's Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey. Now they just need to do Cyclops on the new buck, and then you have your little pairing there, and then obviously need to do the rest of the X-Men team for the Dark Phoenix saga. That would be cool, because that's the second best group to the Jim Lee era. So, but anyways, let me see if I can get her posed up. We'll come back. We'll do our usual pros and cons, and wrap this video up. All right, guys, I got Dark Phoenix all nice and posed up. Hey, I've been improving. It's not a bad pose. Took advantage of a flight stand from the Hasbro Pulse 3-pack. I mean, 3 really good flight stands for 15 bucks. They're still on there. You can get them. Recommend them. But anyways, we're not talking about the flight stands. We're talking about Dark Phoenix. Pros and cons. Pros. Much needed upgrade to a very expensive figure that most of us either really want or really needed. Uh, Great paint. Uh, per they reused the head, but they did it right. It's not the same head. They upgraded the paint. The wash in the hair is freaking amazing. It's some of the best paint for hair I've seen in a while. So yeah, they did the sash right. They didn't glue it down. It's loose, so it won't hinder articulation or some posing. So you can move it around a little bit depending on how you're posing her. Probably won't keep her on a flight stand, but for this purpose, I will because it looks good right now. The cons. The eagle, as cool as it is, I don't know. How I don't know. You guys tell me down in the comments. How are you gonna pose her with this? For those of you taking her off the card. Uh, but yeah, and the only other con is it's an average figure, and I would have liked to have seen better hands than the yellow spellcaster chick hands that all of us have like 20 sets of. Just something different. Different set of hands. Gripping hands, something. Because all we get is fists, and I'm gonna start calling them twinkle fingers. So, but yeah, uh, definitely recommend getting this figure. As of me filming this, it is widely available. Target, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. I'm sure it's going to be available at your local toy store. No, so this one I don't think this is going to be the one that's going to sell out of the wave, but it's definitely a good figure for that Dark Phoenix Saga setup if you want. So, tell me what you thought about this figure down in the comments. Are you keeping her on card? Are you going to open her up? What you going to do? Do you think she's better than the original Toys R Us 2-pack exclusive? Now let me know what you think. Also, if you like this video, absolutely hit that like button. And aside from my tens of followers, if you are new to my channel and this is one of your first videos, please hit the subscribe button. I try to put out some fun content, just talking about some toys, probably sounding like an idiot and having fun with it. But yeah, uh, definitely hit the subscribe button. It helps me out. I don't know how it helps me out other than I get more people to tell about my toys. Other than that, I do have an Instagram, starting to do a little more content on there, and follow me there at Collecting Havok. So on that note, I think we're going to look at Dark Phoenix one more time and call this a video. I will check you guys next time.